Okay, so we'll be continuing with igneous rocks in which released mineral or reactional constituents are prominent are called doliomorphic. Which of the following is doliomorphic? Lamprophyre. Which of the following is not equigranular texture? Poicritic. The ophitic texture is the characteristic texture of dolerite. In ophitic texture, the laths of plagioclase included in augite crystals. Which of the following structures of igneous rocks is not formed due to the mobility of magma or lava? Pyrolytic structure. Phacolites are discordant, occupy both crest and trough positions of anticlines and synclines. The outlines of phacolitic intrusive bodies are doubly convex. If in an igneous rock, the salic phemic mineral ratio is 1.66 to 0.60, then according to CIPW classification, the rock is classed as salphemic. Which of the following is correctly matched? Apropith, foamstone; dermolith, skin stone; conolith is moldstone; pahoehoe, ropy lava; gabbro is mesocritic. Microphanerites are characteristic of both plutonic and hyperbizal rocks. Differentiation of magma takes place either of the above, that is, before, during, or after the crystallization of the minerals in a magmatic melt. Separation of cooling magma into parts by the successive crystallization of different minerals at progressively lower temperature is known as fractional crystallization. Which of the following rocks is phaneritic? Cyanide. In adamelite, plagioclase and alkali feldspar are present in sub-equal amounts, each between 35 and 65% of the total feldspar. Which of the following is a plutonic feldspar-free rock with nepheline about half of the volume and a third is pyroxene and silica is less than 45% isolite? Carbonatite is intrusive igneous rocks. The solubility of water in magmatic melt depends upon pressure and temperature of the melt, degree of silica saturation of the melt, composition of the melt. Maximum water that a silicate melt can hold is 50 weight percentage water. Okay, it's with increasing pressure, the solubility of carbon dioxide in silicate melts is higher in mafic melts than salic melts. A rock containing silica percentage between 55% and 44% is classified as basic rock. A silicate magma containing just sufficient silica to form the stable silicate mineral without free quartz. The rock formed by this is classed as saturated. Which of the following is not a plutonic rock? Limburgite. Danite, picrite, perkinite are plutonic rocks. Which of the following is correct? CIPW norm. Okay. Cross Erikson Pearson, I forgot. Which of the following is the abbreviation of the albite for Niggles molecular norm? A, B, B small. Unit of Niggles norm is equivalent molecular units. The mineralogical phase rule was propounded by B.M. Goldsmith. Which of the following is the equation of phase rule for a system in equilibrium? P is equal to C minus F plus 2. According to phase rule, impure silica at 870 degree to 1470 degree centigrade, which of the following minerals will be stable? Tridymite. Primary quartz in a lava indicates a temperature of crystallization greater than 870. P is equal to number of coexisting phases. C is equal to number of components. F is equal to degree of freedom. Okay, less than 870 degree centigrade. Which of the following statements either are true for the zone plagioclase? Both A and C. That is sodic core, calcic shell in metamorphic rocks, and calcic core and sodic shell in volcanic rocks. Which of the following is the proper sequence of alkali feldspar reaction series? Sanidine orthoclase, sodium orthoclase, and orthoclase zeolite. The temperature of stability of adularia is unstable. Under ordinary pressure, the incongruent melting of orthoclase results the separation of leucite. Which of the following minerals can be used as geological thermometer? Leucite. The lowest temperature of most silicate magma in the earth is about 660 degrees centigrade. The degassing of water vapor from a magma is an endothermic process. The heat absorbed by degassing of water vapor from a magma increases with the increase of temperature and decrease of pressure. In basic and acid magma, basic and acid refer to the content of silica. Arrange the following compositions of silicate melts according to their viscosity in increasing order. So Na4SiO4, Na2SiO3, Na2SiO5, SiO2. The classification of igneous rock suits based on alkali lime index was proposed by T. Koch. The classification of igneous rock suits by Niggli is threefold. The rock suits of folded mountains of orogenic regions are commonly calcic. The invariation diagram of the rocks formed by the mechanism of fractional crystallization, the curves for CaO has negative relation while Na2O plus K2O has positive relation for SiO2. The alkali lime index in alkali calcic rocks is 51 to 56. Fluid inclusions entrapped in minerals after crystallization of minerals are called secondary inclusions. Fluid inclusions in minerals can be used as both geothermometer and geobarometer. Aqueous biphase fluid inclusions contain the inclusions of solid and gas. Fluid inclusions are monophase, biphase, multiphase. Liquid and vapor L plus V together we have aqueous biphase fluid inclusions are either of the above. So liquid rich, vapor rich, and liquid vapor equal. Which of the following fluid inclusions is trapped from a heterogeneous fluid, that is biphase to immiscible fluid? Aqueous biphase inclusions containing liquid and vapor on heating homogenize either A or B depending upon the proportion of liquid and vapor phases. Which of the following physicochemical conditions of the O forming solutions can be determined from the fluid inclusion studies in a mineral? Density, salinity, temperature, composition, all of the above. Okay. Microthermometric studies of the fluid inclusions are carried out in doubly polished wafers of the mineral. Which of the following heating freezing stage are used for microthermometric studies of fluid inclusions? Lincoln, Reynolds, Chamixia, Chikes-Meka, it's all of the above. Which of the following is the criterion for the pseudo-secondary origin of fluid inclusions in a mineral? Occurrences of fluid inclusions as planar groups along healed fractures but terminating at the growth zone. The degree of fill for aqueous biphase L plus V fluid inclusions determined from the formulae F is equal to VL divided by VL plus VV. The aqueous solubilities in the granite water CO2 system via 5% carbon dioxide solution are depressed in the order of silicon, aluminium, potassium, sodium, and calcium. The formation of magma by melting of two or more rock types is known as assimilation. The melting or partial melting of pre-existing rocks in situ to form new magma is known as both anatexis and palingenesis. Liparite is a synonym of rhyolite. A volcano erupts violently, producing a large cloud of ash and cinders. What kind of magma was probably erupting from this volcano? Granitic. What makes a black smoker's black? Fine crystals of black metal sulfide minerals. As plagioclase magma begins to crystallize, the first crystals to form contain high percentage of calcium than magma itself. The half-life of a particular radioactive isotope is 2 million years. If the rock contains 12 grams of isotope today, how many grams will it contain 4 million years away from now? 3 grams. Okay. 12 by 4. 3. The summit of a volcano collapses, producing a large, steep-sided depression that slowly filled with lava. What kind of volcano is the shield volcano? A geologist studies thin sections of igneous rock samples under the microscope and determines the minerals in them, but unfortunately it is mixed up. Which of the following thin sections is most probably cut from the gabbro samples containing 35% plagioclase, 30%, 35% olivine, 30% pyroxene? Andesitic magma is commonly produced by wet partial melting in subduction zones. Geologists use the word phaneritic to describe igneous rocks that are coarse-grained. Most nephelines from plutonic environments contain nepheline and calcite in the ratio of 3 to 1. A phaneritic igneous rock composed of orthoclase, oligoclase, biotite, hornblende, and quartz is granodiorite. In the field, you are attempting to separate a 150 feet thick outcrop of lavas into individual flows from the following features, which R1 will not be suitable to differentiate between flow events. A zone of porphyritic texture that grades into the lava above. Okay, paleontology. The term fossil derived from the Latin word which means to dig up. Dissimilar assemblages of fossils which are controlled by environment and restricted to certain sedimentary environment are known as species fossils. A body of strata in which the maximum abundance of a particular species is found is called acme zone. Fossils which have limited geological range but have a very wide geographical range is known as index fossils. Which of the following is the correct order of the division, genera, families, order, classes, phylum, kingdom? Kids prefer cheese over fresh green spinach. Uh, the age of Globigerina is Cretaceous to recent. Which of the following fossils does not belong to order Foraminifera? Primitiae. A minute teeth-like fossils composed of calcium phosphate, usually translucent and amber brown in color, are called phonodons. The first vascular seedless plants from which the higher land plants were evolved are Psilopsida. Glossopteris ranges in age from Carboniferous to Lower Triassic. Which of the following fossils is found in Lower Gondwana? A and C, that is Glossopteris and Ganodermopteris. Which of the following subclasses of Anthozoa has 8 mesenteries and light tentacles? Alcyonaria. Which of the following subclass of Anthozoa is known as Tetrapodalia rugosa? Lopophore in brachiopods is used for gathering food. Which of the following groups of brachiopoda has dental system articulata? In some genera of brachiopoda, the delthirium is closed by two small calcareous plates known as deltidium. The most favorable environment for the preservation of fossils is marine. A group of organisms which has adapted a given set of physico-chemical conditions is referred to as biocinos. The forms of fauna which are fixed to the sea bottom are referred to as sessile. The lamellibranchia belongs to phylum Mollusca. The phylum Mollusca was derived from the word molluscum, which means soft-bodied. The animals of class Lamellibranchia started their life from Cambrian. Which of the following classes is also called Acephala? Lamellibranchia. In which of the following dentitions Lamellibranchia, true teeth and sockets are absent? Anomalodont. The dental formula of Lamellibranchs is designated as 1 3AB 5AB divided by 2AB 4AB. Taxodont arca, Desmodont exogyra, Cyclodont cardium, Heterodont venus. Age of exogyra range from Upper Jurassic to Eocene. Gastropods are terrestrial freshwater marine animals in which of the following gastropods the coiling of shell is anticlockwise? Physa. Turreted Turritella, globular Natica, discoidal Planorbis, cylindrical Volatia. Which of the following is not a subclass of gastropods? Rostroconchia. Cephalopods are marine animals. Which of the following are index fossils? Trilobites. The study of trace fossils is known as ichnology. Goniatides have suture line with rounded saddles and angular lobes. Rounded saddles and finely divided lobes are represented by ceratides. In which of the following cephalopods the shell is straight? Orthoceras. Cephalopoda is divided into three subclasses. Index fossils have wide geographical distribution and short geological range. Which of the following subclasses of cephalopoda is an index fossil? Ammonoidea. Cephalopods started their life in Cambrian. Earliest reptiles were appeared in Upper Carboniferous. In arthropoda, respiration takes place by body surface gills trachea. Which one of the following is the largest phylum, forming about 80% of the animal kingdom? Arthropoda. Phylum Arthropoda is classified into 5 subphyla. The time span of Trilobita was restricted to Paleozoic era. The dorsal surface of the body of Trilobita is protected by a strong calcareous skeleton known as carapace. The cephalon in Trilobita is made up of 6 fused segments. In which of the following forms the suture starts from posterior or lateral margin and ends at anterior lateral margin proparian? The thorax consists of a series of segments which may vary from 2 to 42. Two thoracic segments are found in Agnostus. Which one of the following is a blind trilobite? Agnostus. The anal segment of pygidium is called telson. The process of development of pygidium is known as caudalization. Starfish belongs to phylum Echinodermata. Which of the following is subphyla of Echinodermata, both A and B, Asterozoa and Echinozoa? In which of the following classes the shell is covered with spines, Echinodia? When mouth and anus are centrally placed at the opposite poles of the test, the forms are known as regular echinoids. The mouth in echinoids is surrounded by a ring of calcareous plates known as pedistome. Which of the following is a regular echinoids? B and C, Cedaris and Phymosoma. Echinoids first appeared in Upper Ordovician. Which one of the following classes of Hemichordata is extinct? Cryptozoa. Cryptolites ranged in age from Cambrian to Carboniferous. Which of the following classes of Coelenterata is the largest and geologically most important? Anthozoa. Which of the following classes of Coelenterata includes corals? Anthozoa. The shells of foraminifers are made up of any one of the above: calcium carbonate, chitin, arenaceous sediments. In Globigerina, the chambers of the shell are arranged in the form of irregular spiral. The majority of the Anthozoa has an exoskeleton which is known as corallite. Which of the following subclasses of Anthozoa is also known as Ostra coralia, Alcyonaria? Which of the one of the following is known as stony coral, uh, Zoantharia? The colony of polyzoan is known as zoarium. Peak development of irregular echinoids was during Eocene. Hemichordata, Graptozoa, Arthropoda, Trilobite, Mollusca, Gastropoda, Coelenterata, Anthozoa. Which one of the following is correct about superclass Pisces? A and C. They include vertebrate adapted for a life in water. They breathe exclusively by means of gills supported by gill arches. With which of the following are the earliest and primitive aquatic vertebrates without typical limbs and jaws? Agnatha. Which of the following orders of Placodermi is extinct? Okay, and Acanthodi, Arthrodira, and Diarchy. All. The first amphibian reported from freshwater deposits of eastern Greenland was Ichthyostega. In brachiopods, locomotory muscles are absent. The lateral and posterior borders of trilobites meet to form an angle known as genal angle. The fastest moving species among the invertebrates belong to cephalopods. We'll keep it to this much.